Hello, thanks for joining me. Today we're going to tie a caddis. And also have a 2x long dry fly hook. This one, I believe it's about a 14. Which right now for end of April, beginning of May, depending where you are in the country, this is a very good size, okay? So this is some standard 8/0 black thread. Now this is going to be a caddis, but one unique material, I guess you could say, is peacock herl. You want to grab this from the eye, so it's nice and fluffy. Okay, tie that in by the tip right here, and bring your thread forward. Okay, you're going to tie in some fine gold wire. Doesn't have to be gold, can be silver or copper. I just like gold, I think it reflects a little better. Okay, do about 3 or 4 wraps and then bring this tag end and lock it down, okay? Then take the base of your scissors to cut it away. It really locks your material down, okay? So for a contrasting color, I'm going to use an ostrich herl. I've actually just started using this material for hackles and whatnot, and I really like it. Doesn't float the greatest, but if you use a powder float, it works really good. And this fly is going to be for still water. Okay. So tie those materials in. Doesn't have to be really pretty. Cover it all up with some good dry fly dubbing. Okay, I'm using olive. This color combination between the natural ostrich herl and the peacock herl is really our caddis color up here in the Midwest. Okay, we're going to wrap our peacock first. Okay, this is going to add body. And you notice we're leaving spaces. Okay. Okay, you're going to wrap your ostrich the same way, same direction. You're just going to wrap it in between your wraps of peacock herl. Okay. Now this sort of looks like a caterpillar. Okay. You're going to take your gold wire and you're going to counter wrap that, because both of these materials, the ostrich and the peacock, are weak. Okay. They're brittle. So this should last several fish. And this past weekend worked quite well. Okay. So since this is trying to imitate, or has imitated like a newly hatched caddis, you're going to want somewhat of a flashy yarn type deal to imitate maybe part of the shuck or the new win. So I take some olive antron, just tie that in, sort of like a an elk hair caddis. Okay, you're going to trim that just so it goes just past the hook bend. Okay, now we want some CDC. Okay, now if you look at these caddises, their wings are sort of a molded or modeled between bright brown, you could say, and an olive. Right now I only have the olive, so I'm going to add some CDC, and this dyed myself It's real easy to do. Just take some rusted iron and like blood from like a chicken or something, and put your CDC feathers in there. They'll come out this nice brown. You just have to let them sit for a few days. Just tie those in like so. Okay. You're just going to pull this up. Take your whip finish tool. Tie that off. And trim off your CDC just like you would an elk hair or something like that. And this caddis is pretty bulky, okay? But it works during the caddis hatch and shortly after. It's nothing like your elk hair caddis though. I think it works a lot better. And you can see all these colors are nicely complementing each other. But once again, use dry or like a powder float for this. If you use paste, it's going to mat all these materials down. But with that CDC, it should float pretty good. Anyways, thanks for joining me. Please comment or subscribe.